Hello and welcome to episode 10 of the Road to 2200 Rapid series. So we're going to be playing one or two games, and in our first game we have the Black Pieces. Our opponent is 1990 rated and we are 2005. Against E4 we're going to play knight f6, the Alekhines defense. Let's see what our opponent decides to go for. There's of course many moves. There's D4, there's E5, there's knight C3. Against knight C3 we like this move D5, the Scandinavian variation of the Alekhines. And white here has a few options. I mean, they could take, they can also push, but in this line they decide to take. And now there's this move, bishop c4. So now we want to either have a little bit of a think here. I mean, we could just trade, we could relinquish all this pressure, could maybe go for go for c6, try and solidify our knight here. I'm just having a little bit of a thought right now. I think it would be maybe good to play this move c6 to try and solidify our knight on d5, which does look pretty nice here on this d5 square. Could go for e6 in the future, but I think I'm going to go for bishop f5 first, followed up by e6, and then get our bishop out to then castle. Reason being, we're not blocking our bishop with the move e6, and now we are pretty solidified on d5 with our knight, which is really nice. We can either get our bishop to e7 or to d6. Either way looks pretty nice, and of course there's this. We can always just drop back with our bishop if need be, which is what I'm going to do. Bishop d6 can always be played, followed up by queen b6 as well. But in the meantime, we do need to be pretty wary of this kind of pressure. I mean, bishop e7 gets rid of any sort of pin along here. And then we can also just castle our king and be very, very safe. Followed up by maybe relinquishing this pressure. And then knight d7, followed up by knight f6 perhaps. So if we take, they're just going to take back. And I don't really want to get rid of a bishop for a knight, because that's not really what we want, but instead could go knight d7, try and put this either on f6, maybe here, kind of anywhere. We just want to have a little bit of a look as to where it could go. An idea could be to try and come to f6 to then trade this. Another idea could be to come to c5 instead. I guess if we go to c5, there's this with a check on the king. But queen b6 also looks pretty decent. I think knight c5 could be a little bit better. Reason being, after queen b6, there are certain discovered check threats as well, which could be good. My only thing with knight f6 is that they could just, like, there's not really any real threat there at all. So, I mean, queen b6 looks like a decent idea, with the idea of course, trying to get some sort of a discovered check along this file, which looks very, very nice. And of course, our opponent sees it. Nice move from our opponent, getting their king off this diagonal here. So yeah, pretty clever. And now let's think about what we want to decide to do. So we could just centralize our rook and then play something like this. Although then again, there's just, they could trade. So that's not really what we want. Instead, I could try and go for something like this. Try and get like a fork or something. Instead though, I mean, maybe knight f6 could be cool. If I was to play knight f6, try and trade these off. That could be a nice idea. Also means this bishop isn't really doing much, not really threatening. I mean, it wasn't really threatening our knight in the first place because we could always capture back. But you know what I mean. I mean, we could capture here if we want. I think that looks fine. I suppose they're saying, like, in the future there could be certain things like this, although we can always capture back with our bishop. But if I was to take here first, they take, I take with check. That looks relatively safe for me. Takes, if let's take like this, then I can take. Although having said that, I could just take here straight away. But I think taking here is perfectly safe. Because then after this and then this, then I could just take and we win a pawn. And if you take here and we go check, you probably take back with your queen, and then I take back with the h-pawn and we're safe. So yeah, although you take back with that instead actually. Oh, hang on a minute. I may have blundered something here. I may have blundered something because they take back with their pawn and then... And how do I say... Although I might have this. Having said that, I might have queen b4 with the idea of this. Then how do you save that? I suppose queen c3. We trade queens. And then the bishop can go here. Trading is fine. But then there's g4. And then I could drop back and we're safe. So I think queen b4 looks like the move here. Threatening these two. Queen c3. Obviously, if you were just to take my bishop, I will take your rook. And then trade. We'll capture back and we're doing fine. Or that, actually. All that. Although, having said that now, this is now on the cards. Well, first I could take here. Actually, no, I can't take that first. But I can go... Or no, maybe I can't go here. I mean, obviously, if you were to take this... If you were to take on h5, then I have queen e1. But instead you have that. That's the move that was worrying me, and that's what's been played. So... I mean, trying to get some sort of a desperado could maybe help. I mean, although, if I was to go here, for example, like, let's say queen here, then if you take, then I take this. So, is there any square I can go to that still adds some sort of pressure? Let's say we were to go here, b4, then I'm not seeing it. Then I'm not really seeing it. I mean, I don't know. I've got to go somewhere, haven't I? I mean, could just go to c5, maybe to d6. Could just give up that bishop. But I am going to go to c5. I am, of course, going to try and hold on with this little attack here. I mean, b4 seems to solve it, if I'm not mistaken. Then we'll probably have to... Oh, okay, all that, which is what we mentioned, I think. And now I've got to go across here. Is there anything that can still get us attacking this? I don't think so. So we've got to go somewhere now. First of all, could maybe just wreck their pawn structure in the meantime. Could be an option. Maybe not, though. Let's do it. You'll probably take. And we'll hop back here. Target this pawn. Certainly not giving up yet, though, that's for sure. This looks like a half-decent move, I think. Attacking this. If you were to go rook here, I'll just probably come to f6. Obviously, this cannot be played because of this bishop. But maybe we go here and then followed up by something like this. Could always be an idea. If I was to go... Actually, that does look pretty nice. Going for a5 and then a4 could be an option for sure. We have been in worse positions during this series and won the game, so certainly not giving up. That is for sure. Now we obviously need to come up with something. Just go queen f6, queen c7. I mean, queen f6. They have rook here. Then again, it doesn't really do much. And nor does queen f6 anyway. I'll do it anyway. I mean, I quite like to get a rook on this file. But then again, I also want to push a4. Push this bishop back here. But there isn't really any way in which our queen can actually get into the position at all. Like, it's completely cut off. Which doesn't help us. Now I'm going to go a5. a4, sorry, considering I can actually play it now. Force the bishop back to c2. And then from there, we can do our thing. I mean... I don't really want to initiate a trade of rooks, but I suppose I might have to. But maybe not. I mean, I've got a g6. If you take, then I take back and I have this. Which doesn't look awful. But then there's some scary stuff. Let's just play g6. I think it's worth trying to hopefully... maybe open something up, because I don't really want to trade rooks at all. Okay, moving their queen there. I mean, there's this if we want. Probably don't want to do that, so... Now I'm going to play this. Give our king some breathing space. They might just start coming forward with this, which does look pretty clever, but let's just see. I mean... Here. Drop back. Push, then that's losing for us. So we need to really be... Although I could go here, actually, having said that. After this, your queen's got to go somewhere. Maybe after this you have g5. Okay, but you decide to move your queen, fair enough. Pushing, then h6 could be an option. But maybe not, though. But it is what I'm going to go for. It is what I'm going to go for. I'm going to push, then go h6. And then I've got to try and get something along this file. Which might be possible. Might be possible. I really hope it is. Let's try and get something along this file here. H6 now looks really solid. Bring our king here, maybe. But now, I mean, this isn't possible. But, at least there's no way in for the queen at the moment. But there's no real way in for our queen either. I mean, our queen is doing a job here, so... Got to get this bishop in the game somehow. Got to get these rooks in the game somehow. I mean, white does need to make a move. I mean, they do need to think of something to do here, that's for sure. I mean, how would I go about this? I mean, maybe try and get stuff along this file. That looks like a decent option, I suppose. I mean, just go rook d6. I mean, obviously trading doesn't look too beneficial to us, so rook d6 doesn't look totally bad, I think. I can always play rook... Oh, no, never mind, can't play that. That also doesn't become an option now because there's none of this because of this rook being here. So that's the thing. I do probably want to get my king guarding this as well. Actually, probably like this instead because then it also keeps the bishop guarding. They trade. Do we capture back with this or with this? Probably with... Well... I mean, I'm just going to take back with this. Rook here is always a possibility now, which isn't great. Then we'll go queen f6. Keep everything intact for the moment, but this could be coming... After that, I might have this, which actually I think nearly traps the bishop. Then maybe there's this. I didn't think... but then they have that discovered attack. But I think that there could be certain ideas here. After, say, something like rook here. Okay, so they play that instead. Although, like, here... I'm going to go rook here. Try and, if they go here, push. Here. Okay. Could I try and sack and then go here and try and get around here somewhere? I mean, could be an option. Could I try and, like, sack, get here, try and get in here somewhere, and then get this kind of perpetual thing? Maybe that sounds a bit too far-fetched. Although, I mean, considering I've only got 1 minute 25 left, I could try and go for it. So queen d6 it is. Ah, no! No. I've completely blundered that. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. So what was the best move in that position instead? I mean, to play... I mean, it's, what, plus... It's not saying anything yet. I mean, it's +3. It says rook e8. Oh, okay, it says rook e8. So, yeah, not the best option. But on to the next game we go, of course. That's perfectly fine. And so, we're now playing some 1988. We're going to go for e4. And hopefully, we can turn around our fortunes here. So now we're going to go knight c3. Hopefully, we can finish with a bang, that's for sure. We're now going to go bishop c4. And yeah, we did lose that first game, but of course, chess, you win and you lose as well. It's perfectly fine, perfectly normal. Now we're going to go f4, kind of part of the Vienna, obviously. Now we go knight f3, castle our king, open up, try and get rooks along here, have a nice day, and do all that. So, is there any of this, first of all? Always good to check. Well, technically, I think that does work. Technically. If I was to sack this, but they were just to take back, then I'm not actually winning anything. That's the problem. Although, but then I could go bishop b5. If you obviously block with your knight, then I just take your bishop. Instead, if you move your king, then knight here. Then you move your king again. Take mate. I mean, let's just go for it. Honestly, let's just do it. We're having some fun here. I think it's worth it for the content as well. If I'm not mistaken, I may just be completely miscalculating this, but if I have gotten this right, oh, wait a minute, we go check. Is that not mate? Is that not mate? I mean, I think we've just got checkmate in 8 moves. I think. Oh, beautiful way to turn that all around. I mean, absolutely lovely. That's really, really nice quick sack there. But one thing I do need to check is that I wasn't blundering playing this move. I wasn't. After knight takes e5 and this. After king here. Knight d5. King e6. I was thinking of this. Ah, I missed king e5. But either way here, we are still winning after f5 check. Bishop takes f5. And then it says knight f4. But either way, we're still totally winning in this position. And that is a really, really beautiful way in which we turn that all around. So, yeah, 1 win, 1 loss. Back to our normal rating, 2004. Beautiful stuff there. I really hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, of course, don't forget to like and subscribe. Drop down any comments you'd like to see in the future videos below. And see you guys soon. And bye-bye. Really hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys soon.